The background is different. We're in Anglaise now. Been here for a little bit. Um, Lynn and I and John and Flora are off to SM, but John and I are going to race Lynn and Flora and see who gets there first. Anyway, we'll give you a little snippet of them all. But today is Forex Friday, and what have I got to report? What they might call a little bit of foreign currency manipulation. I'll just sort of touch on that. Something to be aware of. There's the exhaust pipe, guys, right there. Just get the live exhaust right in your system. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Now we got the sneakers. Got it? You got it. They beat us.
Yeah, because they're not the one that.
Yeah, he's a more aggressive, better driver.
Oh, no. I like him more. Because, yeah, he in his ride there was overweight.
Yeah, some overweights, exactly.
This one? No, to turn this camera
Oh,
towards
no.
you.
No, the one down below.
Ah, okay.
Taka, 3 times.
Okay, there we go. Okay, it is ready now.
Just
I have my kid on the right side.
SM. And apparently the moon is on the other side. They've definitely got to change this music. It's non-stop.
Not up.
SM, we got it all for you. Oh, bleh.
They build them.
Yeah. Remember when we first saw it going in, we were going, it'll take 20 years to build this out.
You see that other thing there?
Yeah, well, they got
finished, then.
the hotel and everything.
All finished. It's the base
Now-
that takes long, but
Tell him to stop wearing white t-shirts. He blurs out the video all the time.
No, it's that.
What would you like to say, sir?
that you are.
Beep.
No, beep. No.
Okay. A full plate of food. Does he take another poop?
It's good, I know.
It's good. He did it on the grass this time.
That's number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. 7, 8,
Yeah.
9, 10. Right?
But they did. At least they put the parkade in it. You know, because
Yeah, they had it, otherwise they didn't have any parking in the
Yeah.
park.
Yeah.
But,
Right there. Floor.
Let's have a bit of a ramble today because I don't even have the tech right now to put in the scroll for the currency rates. John's watching Formula One for as long as we can because this potential power outage is supposed to happen. As of now, the power outage hasn't happened, so yay! But it's supposed to be 14-hour power outage. Yay, 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 yay. No, sorry, I've got that backwards. Subtract. So about 10 hours, somewhere in there. No. Yeah, about 10 hours. So it'll be a brutal one. And it's Friday here, so. But they'll have the power back on for the evening life and the aircon and all of that type of thing. And John and I are going to get 2 trikes. We're going to try and race the girls to SM, see which trike driver does better. Because they got all this bobbing and weaving that drives me crazy when we drive. Yeah, we just let them do it when they're here. You know, it depends on what foot you're standing on, right, as to what is fun and what isn't. Okay, as far as the currency markets go today, there's a little manipulation going on in the currency markets. Is it a trend or is it just manipulation? I suspect it's manipulation right now. You can imagine that the Philippines would like to always have a slightly weaker position. They would like to, hang around that threshold as much as they can for each currency pair, and the net result is more money will flow in. OFW and expat alike. Okay, we are running into more and more people. For all those people that I've run into that don't manage their money very well, boy, we run into a lot of people that really manage their money really well. It's been shocking me a little bit lately because it's sure not what we've seen in the past. Now, some of this could be due to the post-COVID ripple effect of, people anxious and wanting to travel, and, they haven't gone back to stabilizing their lives. Because take advantage of it while you can. There's always that worry that something will ripple backward economically, health-wise, all those different matrices that come into play. But as far as the currency rates go, yeah, the Canadian jumped a full peso roughly. And will it hold for the official close of the market? I don't know yet, but right now I can say that it did jump. Now, one of the cautions I have for you is make sure you check with the fine print on whatever system you're using to send money here. In the past, we have run into systems that not charge. They'll state a rate, but then they say it is based on 24 hours. So if the market pulls against you, you will get that lesser rate. Unfortunately, we've also experienced when it has gone up and they didn't give us the rate. That caused us to start looking for these people who are doing remittance, and the net result is for us, that's been the way to go. That has been our yeehaw stuff. And I know a lot of people use Remitly and that type of thing, and cool, but I think it's like all of us, once we get locked in on something, it's kind of nice, you feel stable in it and you go from there. Remember, we have 2 bank accounts in Canada with different institutions. We have 2 different bank accounts here in different institutions by design, so that, because we've had it more than a few times now, where they're going to lock us out of the bank. And in one case, I only had the 1 bank account. This is what caused us to do this. And even after I contacted them, gave them all the passwords, the whole 9 yards, and it was even a video call, they still said, nah, we're going to lock it down. You have to come to the bank. Even though the notes on there said that I was going to be in the Philippines, even though in that, it's just, it drives you crazy. Sometimes things just don't go in your favor. So, like I say, John's watching Formula One. We're going to scoot off to the SM if we have to. If the power outage is there, maybe catch a movie or something. Lynn and I are getting ready to, formally we're 2 days away from flying back to Canada. And, my content in Canada is going to be, a lot of background of Canada, my hikes and such, but still talking about the Philippines and still going down that path, right? And, share a little bit about Canada as well. Things like the remittance offices, the Filipino stores that we run into, and other Filipino gatherings. It's amazing how much they give back to the community. They do a lot. What Lynn and I were shocked about was we decided to take a trip up to the Yukon and see the midnight sun. And it was absolutely shocking. Everywhere we went, the population was 10% minimum Filipino. All through Alberta, all through British Columbia. You know, can't cite other areas. John would tell you that in Belgium it's probably 1%. But here, or in Canada, I should say, quite amazing. Anyway, so suffice to say is there's a lot of Philippine communities, associations and stuff in Canada, and they do a lot of gathers and, you know, food sharing things, and, you know, sort of like what the Italians would do and the Chinese, etc., when they have their various, you know, big holidays or whatever it might be. I know in Canada, for Canada Day, the Filipinos in Vernon do a lot. They do a big thing. There we go, guys. So stay tuned for a few little shorts. I don't upload in short form. I prefer to do at least, you know, 2 or 3 minute, but they'll be shorter videos. And then when we get back to Canada, rock and roll. I'm eager to see my grandkids, my mom, my family. I know Lynn's eager to get back to work. She keeps asking me, when can I go back to work? I said, it's up to you, but I want to see my family first. I got to see those grandkiddies. Okay, guys, let's call it later gators for today.